Ladies and gentlemen, the moment that you've been waiting for has finally arrived. It seems I'm constantly getting asked, Keith, the ladies are fun and all, but when are you going to have the men of the Ottawa REDBLACKS Cheer and Dance team? The wait is over. The men are here. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you Kurtis, Martin, Satia, Conor, and Jose. Now, if you've been watching these vlogs, which you should be, you probably know that they usually run about 15 to 20 minutes. Well, you're going to be watching right now episode number 1, as we're going to get to know the men of the team. So first of all, gentlemen, welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
I will tell you, coordinating 2 people here is difficult. 5 is very challenging. We left out one person, Leo, who unfortunately, due to scheduling, wasn't able to make it. Hopefully we'll be able to get him down later on this season. But I really appreciate you guys taking the time to come out and chat with us. So first of all, one of the things that I find is that a lot of people sometimes are surprised that there are men that are cheerleaders. Normally, when you think about cheerleaders, you know, you go back to like the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. You think about women, and I think we're one of 3, maybe 4 teams in the CFL that actually have male cheerleaders. I know the response from my female friends is, "We have male cheerleaders? Oh, we have male cheerleaders," and they get very excited. So that's pretty fantastic. So over the next little while, I want to have the opportunity of getting to know all of you. Martin, I'm going to start with you. What got you interested in becoming a cheerleader?
Well, that's a great question, Keith. Thanks for asking. It actually started probably about 3.5 years ago. I was actually dating some girl, and she was super into cheerleading. Like well. Anybody who's in the cheerleading community, like, you know, they're like, you know, just nuts crazy about it. Like, they absolutely love it. Like, I get it now. I completely understand. You know, so the entire time that we were dating, like, she gave me the whole, you know, you should try it. You'll love it. I kept giving her that, nah, don't worry about it. Like, you know, I'll stick to lifting weights. Like, that's fine. And I ended up visiting her in Toronto, and she ended up taking me to open gym, showing me like a little bit of basics. And from there, like, got me really intrigued. I actually got to meet one of the Team Canada athletes, Travis Stirrett.
Okay.
Pretty much first time around. A lot of people, I'm sure, in the cheer community know who he is. And he, I guess, saw good potential in me, and I came back to Ottawa. Found someone who'd been involved with the Sharks program. I got in touch with her, and she brought me, and I joined.
That's
and
fantastic.
The rest is pretty much history, yeah.
Now, the Sharks program that you mentioned, that's one of the cheerleading programs that are here, that's here in the Ottawa area.
Okay. Yeah, it's one of the private all-star cheerleading companies that we have here in Ottawa. One is Sharks, the other one's Black Widow. I don't know if there's, well, Diamonds is where we also, we train for REDBLACKS as well. Those are the 3 main ones, but I'm Sharks man.
Okay. And now, how have you found the experience so far being a part of the REDBLACKS organization?
Well, it's been a great experience. I mean, you know, first of all, like, well, for being a guy, you know, you get to be on the field, you get to go to pretty much every game, you get to live out a lot of people's, like, you know, a lot of guys' fantasies, to be able to, like, be on the field, hang out, you know, all that kind of stuff. But to be able to do that, and be able to do that, and then do what you love on top of that, like, it's indescribable. Like, every game is just the funnest thing ever.
And what a great season, because you were part of the team last year.
Yeah.
Wasn't the greatest season. It was a building experience, we can say. But
we
here
had
you are
at home, so we benefited from it.
But here we are now. We're close to at the halfway point of the season. We've got a winning record. We've got a big game coming up this week against Toronto. And again, crowd after crowd comes to TD Place, and they're being absolutely entertained by great football and all the fantastic people on the cheer and dance team. So I think that's fantastic. Kurtis, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Not too shabby. Kurtis, what got you interested in cheerleading?
My older sister actually was a high school cheerleader. So I went to her very first competition in December.
Okay.
And I just saw people just like flying around, and I think I just kind of fell in love with it there.
Yeah. It's funny that you mentioned that. The first time that I actually saw stunting was at an Edmonton Eskimos game. And before the Edmonton Eskimos game, I'd never seen stunting before, to be perfectly honest with you. And it was just something fantastic just to see that wonderful choreography in the air and that. So it must be so exciting to be a part of that.
Yeah.
So I want to ask both of you. So Kurtis, I'll start with you. Outside of your cheerleading commitments, what else do you have going on right now?
Outside of
outside of the REDBLACKS specifically,
oh, okay.
What do you have going on?
Well, I'm a coach at Sharks.
Okay.
I coach a senior 3 team.
Okay.
As well as tumbling.
Okay.
I'm also have another part-time job outside of that. And yeah.
So like most of the people that I've talked to, you like to keep busy.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Martin, how about yourself?
Well, I'm starting Algonquin represent.
Okay.
In September, I'm taking the paralegal program. I'm actually really excited. I just finished taking a year off doing the whole full-time work thing, and let me tell you, if you're doing something you don't like, going back to school is the greatest feeling in the entire world. But other than that, I like to lift weights. It's pretty much my go-to stress reliever, apart from cheer. Otherwise, just fun hangout times with friends. I like to try to keep it quiet, try not to get things too rowdy.
That's awesome. Now, truth be told, when Martin showed up today, we were both wearing the same Red Blacks jersey. I went and I changed because a lot of times people will mistake us because we both hit the gym so hard. He hits the weights and I go and I do cardio, and in about 5 or 6 years I'll catch up to him. So there it is.
He's been my fitness coach for the last 7 years.
Well, I
learned everything from him.
I do what I can.
Master Yoda.
Yeah, Satia, how you doing over there?
Not too bad yourself.
Not too bad at all. Thanks. Thanks for coming out today. So before I get into your background,
yes.
what do people call you?
Panda.
Okay, so can you tell us, now normally when I ask you where does the nickname Panda come from, you direct people to the director of the cheer and dance
Lisa,
team, Lisa. She's not here, so can you tell us where Panda came from?
Actually Lisa baptized me like 3 years ago or something. I was in the All-Star program in Montreal, Flyers All-Star, and there was a training camp with Spring Tumbling, which is Lisa's company.
Okay.
And we were doing a stunt. And I was just holding my flyer, and my 2 bases just crashed. Like, they fell on the ground.
Okay, so just to stop you there. So, again, for people who are just kind of tuning in, can you explain bases and flyer?
Okay, bases, basically what it is the two ladies or like 2 men holding someone in the air.
Okay.
And the back spot, which was my job, is just behind and just lifting the weight up.
Okay.
Just to help them. Well, so, basically, like, back spot are kind of support.
Okay.
But, like, sometimes we do all the job, but oh well, it doesn't matter. And yeah, so what happened is like the 2 girls fell on the ground, and I was just holding a lady by the ankles, and Lisa just saw it, and she was like, "I like you. Like, I'll call you Panda." I'm like, "Why?" Because you're big and you're like Asian, so like Panda, big Panda. Like, it kind of makes sense back in the days, but like after that, like people started calling me Panda because apparently I look like a panda.
Okay.
I think it's just like the cuddle kind of material I am.
Okay. So here's the interesting thing. So we've socialized.
Yeah.
And I remember going out to a restaurant with you, and the waitress comes over and says, "What's your name?" You introduce yourself as Panda.
Yes.
So you say, "My name's Panda." So she's like kind of hesitant. But by the end of the night, when you're leaving, "Bye, Panda. I'll see you next week." What is it about your personality that people are just so, you've got this magnetism? What is that about? Is it the fact that panda bears are like so cuddly? Because I'll tell you something, panda bear is nice. People, when they go camping, you don't want to see a grizzly, you don't want to see a black bear, you don't want to see a brown bear. But if somebody shows up on the team and they nickname him Koala, you could be in trouble.
Well, I don't know, maybe like, we're pretty rare, right? Like, we're almost extinct like panda because, like people kill us or like, they kill our habitat or something. So like, or we're just lazy and eat bamboo all day.
Okay.
I don't eat bamboo, FYI, but whatever. But I don't know. I'm just a social butterfly. I like to like speak with people. I like to like get to know new people, and like I'm just like friendly.
All right, nothing wrong with that. So I don't want to take away from you being a professional cheerleader. What got you into cheerleading?
I used to play football back in high school, and when I went to CJEV, like college, I guess, on the Quebec side, a guy just came up to me because I was looking for a sport and I'm just a curious person overall.
Okay.
So he just told me like, "Hey, come join like the cheer team."
Okay.
I was like, "What the hell? Like, I go from like football to cheerleading. That doesn't make sense at all." But the guy was kind of bulky. He was like big and like fit, so I was like, "Okay, whatever. I'll just give it a shot." Going to the gym, there's like a room filled with ladies. Like I was walking to heaven or something. So I just walked in there, and they made me stunt. And the first time I did was actually a toss to hands, which fell like big time. The girl fell on my face. Something bad happened, and I was just like, I like to give a lot of challenge to myself and succeed them. So I was just like, no, this is not happening. I'll get it. By the end of the practice, I got like toss ends straight up to QP.
Okay.
So that was kind of cool, and I fell with the sport ever since.
Okay. Okay. So I have a question for you. Now, I myself, I'm a bigger guy. You
Yes.
know, I'm one of those people that I'll work out, I'll lose weight, and I'm like, oh, celebrate McDonald's. So I'm that type of person. Now, again, not to call attention to the obvious or to put you down in any sort of way. You're a bigger guy. In this day and age, we deal with a lot of like cyberbullying. We deal with a lot of like body shaming and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
What do you say to people, or especially to kids who kind of look and say, you know what, I want to be a cheerleader, but I'm not like super jacked. Like, what do you say to that kid?
Just be comfy in your skin. Like basically, like cheerleading, like everyone can do cheerleading if like, but basically everyone can do something if they want to.
Okay.
I mean, I do eat a lot. I do eat what I want, whatever I want, and I don't really care about it. But like, I know I have to hit the gym if like I eat McDonald's one day.
Okay.
I eat McDonald's maybe like once a month or like once in 2 months. But like, I know I have to hit the gym hard after. Just like, so like, be comfortable in your skin. Be just like comfortable in life.
Okay. Okay. Well, I appreciate that. Kurtis, hi. Quick question for you. We didn't touch on. What are you doing in university right now?
Well, I did go to school for chemistry.
Okay.
So I'm graduating in October.
That's absolutely fantastic. Congratulations on that. That is absolutely amazing. One of the things that the reason I wanted to circle back to that, and I apologize for missing it when we were talking the first time, is that I think it's very important that people know, you know, that a lot of times, again, there's stereotypes, there's stigmas, there's kind of mentalities around cheerleading, which I believe are extremely outdated. And I think it's great in terms of everybody that's come here. I've said it before, I'll say it again. There's nobody on your team that's not smart. There's nobody on your team that's not, you know, that doesn't have ambition or driving towards something. So here you are, cheering for the Red Blacks, teaching cheerleading, so you're already getting your replacement ready, technically, and also in university. So I wanted to circle back to that and congratulate you. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what? Episode 1 just finished. Did you like it? I hope so, because you're going to want to stick around. We're going to get to episode 2. I've got 2 gentlemen beside me here. We've got Conor, we've got Jose. They've got some interesting things that they're going to want to tell you. You're going to want to stick around for it. So come back for episode 2.